Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time on this channel, you're welcome. I am A.H.P and I'm an author and I also do business. Now today's video is basically me sharing with you how to make groundnut and yam katogo. Okay, so yes, in case you're wondering what's going on with my hair, I took out my hair, so I've just taken it out and I'm gonna get cooking before I sort the rest of it out. Okay, so let me wash my hands and also get some water. I have a Tupperware here. I'm going to be putting some water to wash the yams in. Alright, so I'm going to be using cocoa yam. Let me make my camera a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to be using cocoa yam and I've got quite a few of that here. And then I've got red onion, but if you've got the other white onion, you can use that instead. I've got the base of curry powder here, but the turmeric I've got it separately here because I'm still drying the one to make curry powder with. And I've got my chopping board, which my ingredients are on. And I'm going to be using that chopping board to chop up the onions and also to peel the cocoa yam on there. And then I've got the groundnuts already ground and sieved, and that's that here. And I've got my rolling pin, which I'm going to use to crush the turmeric root, and I've got my wooden stick, which I'm going to be using to stir, and I've got my knife, which I'm going to be using to peel and to cut my ingredients with, and I've got the bag, which I'm going to be using to put the turmeric in to crush to make the curry, that curry flavor, that yellow look into the meal. And then I'm not going to be using table salt this time because there's already table salt in this curry powder base. I'm going to be using vegetable oil. Okay, and I need a bowl. So let us begin with making the groundnut paste. You just need a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. Okay, I would use all of this if I had a large family that I was cooking for, but I don't. So I'm just going to use a little bit of it, use half of it, and then I'll use the other half for another recipe. Okay, so put that on the side. Now, I've got some water in this kettle, so you just need cold water to mix into a paste. Okay, because you don't want that floury look in your katogo. So I prefer to do that on the side. So to this consistency, and I'm going to set that on the side here. And then another ingredient that I'm going to be using is some tomatoes. Okay, you can use fresh tomatoes, the one that you have to chop up, or you can use even the tinned chopped tomatoes or the plum. I'm using the plum because that's what I have, but I'll crush it when I start cooking. So I'm just going to use half of the can. And then you put in the other half into the fridge. So I'm going to put that on the side here. Okay. Oh, I've got some ground garlic, which I'm going to be using as well. That is the A.H.P ground garlic. So I'm going to be planting this one. Okay, so in my pan, this over here, I'm going to be putting oil. Turning that on. So while the oil heats up, I'm going to be chopping my onions. You can use more onions if you're cooking katogo for a big family, but because I'm only cooking a small amount of the katogo for my small family, I'm using just one onion, because actually one big onion So a little normally goes a long way, especially the way I chop it into small pieces. So I've got my chopped onions there, which I'm going to add. To the bubbling oil. Okay, once your oil starts bubbling, you know that it's okay to start. So at this point, I can start adding my spices. I just put 1 teaspoon of each spice in. I'll do the same. Just that amount. So with the garlic, I normally like to use at least 2 teaspoons, but you can put as much or as little as you'd want of your garlic. Okay. And at this point, I'm also going to add the turmeric. I'm just going to add a teaspoon amount. I'm going to crush it. So that's a food bag. So let me show you. So that's how my onions looking. I will now add the tomatoes. And I like to rinse my can and pour the sauce, the tomato water into the stew to make the soup. It's all flavor. So I'm just crushing the tomatoes because it was plum tomatoes. Now I'll leave the base to cook while I tend to remember this. I'm now going to begin to peel my coquillon. You can also use regular yam for this recipe. You know, like the big type of yams, you can also use that. I chose to use coquillon. So with my coquillon, because it's katogo, I'm going to cut it into 3 pieces. Okay, like so. So it's easy to cook. Like that. And these tiny ones, I'll just cut them into 2, like that. Cut that into half. Let me stir. So I'm going to leave some of the cocoyam. Okay, that's good. Actually, I might have to use all of it. Let me see how it goes. Okay, that's okay. So I'm going to leave some of the cocoyam and find out other recipes too that uses cocoyam in it, and then I'll film a short video of it to basically create recipes. Okay? So I'll be putting this in the bin. Now I'm going to add the groundnuts. And I'm going to add the tomato water. And I'm going to rinse this. To get the rest of the groundnut into it. So that will I don't know if you can see that. That will thicken with time. Okay, so now I'm going to wash my cocoyam. Cocoyam is sticky, but that's okay. Add more clean water to wash it for the last time. I just need to clean up some of the parts that I missed. While I was peeling. So I wash and I add, now I'm adding the cocoyam to the groundnut stew to make a katogo. Normally you can add other vegetables like sweet pepper and carrots if you have some. I don't have sweet pepper, so I'm just going to add carrot in a minute. To give it a bit more depth and flavor. And that's it. Our cooking is coming to a quick end. Rinse out my utensils and put them away. Make sure you don't cover your stew before it has boiled, because if it boils over while it's closed, it's going to spill over. That's why I've just closed it halfway. Okay. So I'm just going to add my carrots in there, and then I just leave everything to cook until the yam is soft and the groundnut doesn't have that raw taste. And it's thickened a bit, and the carrot is softened as well. So, but I'll come back with a small video to show you when it's already ready to eat, so you know exactly what to look out for. So my carrot was already washed and chopped out. I took it from the freezer. So that's it, katogo. Let me know which one is your favorite katogo. Is it the cassava one? Is it the yam one? Or is it the matoke one? Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite. My favorite is actually the matoke one. I've never tried the yam one. I haven't tried the cassava one either. So I'm looking forward to trying all that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite katogo. Let me know. In terms of beans, well, there's another recipe, katogo recipe, but it's the beans one on this channel. So check that out as well. Other than that, have a good weekend and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.